Have you ever wondered why Tiny Tim, a beloved character with a unique voice and timeless flair, was never invited to return to one of the most iconic television shows? Today we explore the intriguing story of Tiny Tim's brief but memorable appearance on Johnny Carson's show, as well as the reasons why he was never allowed to return. I invite you to stay with us through to the very end, because every part of this story offers a window into the fascinating world of television history, celebrity culture, and the challenges of standing out in a sector that often rewards conformity over uniqueness. Tiny Tim gained popularity in the late 1960s thanks to his ukulele melodies, high-pitched voice, and quirky yet endearing demeanor. He became well known right away, became a symbol of nonconformity, and reminded people that true art can often be discovered in the most unusual locations. His presence on Johnny Carson's show, which is known for its polished, wide appeal, delighted and baffled audiences. His performance was unlike anything viewers had ever seen on network television, and had a lasting influence on popular culture. Beneath the applause and curiosity, however, was a convoluted web of reasons why Tiny Tim was not invited to return. We analyze in depth the numerous elements that went into this choice in this video. To set the scenario, let's first examine the features of television at the time. Johnny Carson's show, the pinnacle of late-night entertainment, was a carefully orchestrated event where guests had to fulfill certain standards. Carson himself was well known for his smooth, witty demeanor and for creating a fun and comfortable atmosphere for the sizable crowd that watched every night. Tiny Tim stood out from the crowd when he took the stage because of his unconventional sense of style and unpredictable personality. His performance was considered refreshing by some, but it also caused issues for the established structure of the program. Tiny Tim's unpredictability might have played a significant role in his exclusion from later appearances. Television producers and network executives often try to keep a consistent tone and structure that appeals to their audience, so guests who deviate too far from the formula may be seen as a risk. Tiny Tim had a devoted following, but his unique style did not easily mesh with the demands of a well-known talk show. Others said that his high-pitched vocals, odd clothing choices, and overall weirdness of his demeanor were too dissimilar from the cozy, familiar environment that viewers had become used to from Johnny Carson's show. As a result, television networks must constantly balance artistic expression with financial sustainability. Beyond the issues of style and conformity, there were dynamics at play behind the scenes. Television is more than just what happens on stage. Network executives, producers, and even the host themselves have an influence. Although Johnny Carson was well known for his warm and welcoming personality, he was also a shrewd businessman who understood the fine line that needed to be drawn in order to please a variety of customers. Rumor has it that after his debut, there were discussions over whether Tiny Tim's erratic nature would fit in with the regular programming schedule. Some sources claim that rather than dismissing his skills, the decision to not invite him back was chosen purposefully to preserve the show's painstakingly cultivated image. It's also important to consider how public tastes and the cultural landscape are evolving. In the years following Tiny Tim's debut, television audiences and advertisers became increasingly interested in quickly digested entertainment and marketable imagery. As new media, fashion, and musical genres swiftly arose in the late 1960s and early 1970s, popular culture underwent great upheaval. In this sense, the show's makers might have thought that, even though Tiny Tim's strategy was novel at the time, it no longer appealed to a larger audience or was in line with how late-night television was evolving. Originality can sometimes come at a cost when financial interests are involved, even though his performance was a great act of creativity. It becomes evident as the story progresses that Tiny Tim was a complex individual. His career was marked by both significant personal setbacks and moments of glory. In addition to making him a distinctive performer, his eccentricity, vulnerability, and unwavering commitment to his art also made it challenging for him to succeed in the mainstream entertainment sector. Although it is still considered a high point in his career, his participation on Johnny Carson's show serves as a reminder of the difficulties faced by musicians who don't fit the model. That evening on stage served as both a celebration of Tiny Tim's individuality and a cautionary tale about the challenges he will encounter going forward. People who worked in the television industry at the time share their own experiences and opinions in this movie. According to previous producers and insiders, Tiny Tim's entrance prompted both excitement and fear about how his unconventional act may break the show's carefully regulated atmosphere. These insights help paint a fuller picture of the situation, which shows how the nexus of individual expression, commerce, and art had a significant impact on all stakeholders. We also examine the story's broader implications for artists in the modern day. Tiny Tim's story highlights a recurring issue in the entertainment industry: the tension between staying true to one's artistic vision and adapting to the demands of mainstream media. His brief performance on one of the most popular shows of the time serves as both a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration for everyone who dares to be different. In a media landscape where trends and formulaic formats can occasionally rule, having the courage to stand out can be both a benefit and a drawback. His story makes us consider how far we will go to maintain our individuality, even if it means being rejected by the same institutions that celebrate success. As the video concludes, the narrative returns to the idea that Tiny Tim's legacy is not defined by his absence from later episodes of Johnny Carson's show. Rather, it is defined by the powerful statement he made during that one unforgettable appearance, a statement about the importance of honesty, the beauty of imperfections, and the courage needed to be oneself in a culture that often values conformity over uniqueness. It was decided not to invite him again because to commercial pressures, shifting cultural norms, and the realities of a changing television industry. Before we conclude, I want to remind you to take a moment to reflect on the lessons this narrative has taught you. Sometimes in life, we encounter situations where being unique has a price. These same events, though, have the capacity to encourage upcoming generations of artists to embrace their uniqueness, challenge norms, and bring about change. If you like this analysis of Tiny Tim's narrative as much as I did, please like, comment, and share this video. Your support continues these important discussions and encourages us to discover more about the history of entertainment and the lives of those who dared to be different. Sincere work is made from the heart, and sometimes that is more valuable than following the rules. Thank you for watching, and remember that